surprise release with no promo. It was only on Apple Music the first day. It just went up on Spotify 9 days ago. We don't hear about the streams. This song wasn't put on no billboard, nothing like that.
Shit gonna get uglier than Ken Barbie.
It's not clocking to you, is it? It's not fucking clocking to you, is it? That I'm fucking standing on business. It's not clocking to you.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
We're on the sidewalk, Joe.
I don't give a f if you're on the sidewalk.
I hate your hair and makeup today.
Okay, loves, welcome back to Exoticteablog. I'm back with another video. Before we get into this one, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so every single time I post you'll be notified. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. Please hit the subscribe button and I love you. Returning subscribers, y'all should keep doing it for me. I also love you guys too. Grab your cups, get somebody spill the tea, and let's quickly get into today's video. Now, on this video, we are going to talk about Nicki Minaj finally joining the high school challenge. She did it up, and that's Bryant is coming for Nicki Minaj. Okay, he says that he's going to speak to his lawyers because he feels like he's got a defamation case with Nicki Minaj. We are going to get into that, but I think he's delusional. But that's all we're going to talk about this video, and academics also reacted to the situation. But while you're at it, subscribe to our second channel, Exoticteablog 2. Link in description. Go over there, subscribe, and drop the video on there. Go check it out, and let's just keep things going. Now, I believe most of you guys already know about the Nicki Minaj and Des Bryant back and forth that happened like, what, 2 days on Twitter. And if you do not know about that, I did a full breakdown. Go check on my previous video. But Des Bryant went on his streaming platform. I believe he streams on Twitch or Kick, which of them he does stream on. He says that he's consulting with his lawyers to seek a lawsuit against Nicki Minaj for defamation. Okay, because Nicki went on Station Head and she said something about him putting his hands on his mom. But I think this is sad because I don't think he's got a case on Nicki Minaj because that was publicized like really a long time ago. The general public knew that he put hands on his mom. He tried to say, oh, I removed her nails from my skin. I never put hands on her. But Des Bryant, the general public knew that you put hands on your mom before Nicki Minaj. Even if you didn't, the general public already saw the tea and heard the tea that you put hands on your mom. But let's quickly get into what Nicki had to see on Station Head Live, and I'll get y'all.
If your mother was already abused, why would you grow up to beat her as a man? Starting to look like some of you men who didn't have a father in the home want other people to not have a father in their home. It's starting to look like some of you men whose daddy and granddaddy is the same man has been projecting his anger in relations to women being abused all over the internet. Because psychologically, he's defending his father. If a man can say, after finding out his mama / sister was raped by his daddy / granddad, that he forgives both of them, what do you mean both of them? What did she do? So is that why you've been beating her? Because you are taking out what he did on your mother, who was a child, you dumb bitch. Just like my husband was a child, you dumb bitch, you cursed bitch. You not being in the NFL anymore, it's probably, I don't know anything about this. This man was tweeting about me 5 years ago with another woman beater, or about another woman beater. So you see, these men tend to take out the problems on the women, men like that whose fathers failed them. They are hurting that they did not have their dad. They have associated shame to their dads. So when they see a dad that's living in a home married with his wife, I guess, maybe that's a trigger.
Okay, y'all, that was what Nicki Minaj had to say on Station Head. Like I said before, Des Bryant, you're not gonna get no case with Nicki Minaj because the general public already heard that you did put hands on your mom, and even if you try to say, "Oh, it never happened like that," Nicki's saying things that never happened. We heard it already. Okay, we've heard. Not today, not last month, not last year. We heard it in a very long time. I know a lot of people never know about it. Nicki Minaj brought light to it to the general public, but yes, bitch, we heard it. Okay, Nicki Minaj was never the first person to say that, and she's not gonna be the last person to say you did put hands on your mom. That's what we know. Okay, even if it may not be true behind the scenes and it's alleged, but I mean we already heard it. I don't think he got no case on Nicki Minaj, so he might as well want to shut his bussy ass mouth up. Okay, he might as well want to shut his fucking mouth up because he don't piss me the fuck off. Well, Nicki Minaj is joining the challenge. Let's get into this video. Challenge has officially ended. Okay, I don't want to see nobody posting them videos. Even if Nicki Minaj did not really eat this one up, but she looked good, she looks phenomenal. That's what I'm gagging about. I don't think she really gave the pose. Plus, she already said that the dress was too short for her, so she couldn't strike the pose. But she ate it up like this. Okay, she did in fact eat it up like this, and I mean she's literally the only one doing it like this. Okay, she's the only one doing it like this. But what do you guys think about Nicki Minaj doing the challenge? Let me know down below in the comments. Academics did react and spoke on the Nicki Minaj and Des Bryant situation, and a lot of people are talking about it right now. I just want you guys to listen to what Academics had to say, and don't forget to put your thoughts and your opinion down below in the comments. That's all I've got for you guys on this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so every single time I post you be notified. Let me know what y'all think about Nicki Minaj high school challenge and her annihilating it and looking gorgeous. Listen to Academics. Thanks.
I ain't scared of shit. I just don't like doing all the internet shit. I have respect for her, and I'd rather keep it that way. She got it. Now he then fucked up. He put the diamond. Everybody know? The Rock! Okay. Nicki gets on his ass. She says, go beat your mom, then ask Desiree Perez and Jay-Z why they allegedly been the vile cunts they have been to so many black people while they line their pockets and weaponize racism in order to keep black people blinded from their truth. Why wasn't Desiree Perez pardoned by President Trump, publicized to the black people and hip-hop culture the way Lil Wayne was? Did she repay the president for that monumental blessing, or did she betray him the way Jay-Z allegedly betrayed the Democratic Party and countless others that he had business dealings with in the past? On second thought, just don't beat your mom. I'm sure she loved you once. This tweet is all alleged and all for entertainment purposes. Now, it shows Dallas Cowboy Des Bryant was arrested after assaulting his mom. This is an old article. So, yeah, Nicki's on that. All right. Wow. Let me get back to where we were with that. Give me a second. And then I'll go. All right, here we go. All right, bet. So we're here. So then we get Des Bryant, who responds to that. He says, how did I get caught up in the madness? I want people to love me the way they love Nicki. Real talk. Now, he responds to this by saying, wait, say bitch, I didn't go to jail or touch my mama. I was defending myself. I removed her nails from my skin. Folks know I was dealing with some corruption in Dallas. I don't get how you could even be on the internet with your husband being a sex offender. You said we are speaking facts, weird hoe. Well, come on. She posted a picture of an article that says Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth Petty, sentenced to a 1-year house arrest for failing to register as a sex offender. Okay? Okay. Nicki gets back on her shit. Nicki says, she laughs at a fan says, grabbing your mother by the hair and saying Nicki Minaj is the one with personal issues. Be fucking for real. Then somebody, Barb says, Nicki, his daddy is the real R word. And this is something supposedly about his daddy. And it says, oh, is this true, you pussy ass nigga? Projection like always. We didn't make your dad R words your mom, just like we didn't make you beat her. All alleged for entertainment purposes only. Blah. Your poppy is who you're really mad at, sis. Rest. Okay? Now, Des Bryant responded again. Hold on. Actually, before she could respond again, Nicki was on her head top one more time. Because she responds to a lot of fans. A parody account, Anika Cookie, or actually a fan account of Nicki, says, this is extremely disturbing. How can you beat woman who carried you for 9 months and birthed you? He needs to be locked up for life. And Nicki says, welp, another dumb nigga down bad. Des Bryant responds to that by saying, I really didn't even go to jail. It was some real corrupt shit going on. Jerry, no, I've been keeping it playa for all these years. Somebody said, not you trying to justify you putting your hands on your mama. You removed her nails, huh? But you can't remove the contradictions from your story. He says, I stand on business. I don't have shit to lie about. If I did those things, I should have been in jail. Then he's responding to Barb. He said, she's sitting there trying to fucking tell you that Jay-Z is corrupt and you scared as fuck to believe but want to go against Nicki. You're done. When you find out Rock Nation's, the company that you rep, is behind the smear campaign, And Des says, I said I was out of it and she came at me. I went as far as saying I was a fan. Fuck all of that shit and shut the fuck up. So he's beef with Barbs. And, okay, he's a beef with Barbs. Okay, now he responds, okay. Now, Nicki responds to something with him. Here we go. Wait, where is that? Oh my God. This is so much stuff. Nicki's truly a interesting person. Okay. So, after he tweets out about Nicki's husband failing to register as a sex offender, Nicki responded by saying, I'm so happy you brought this up. I'll give you $10 million in cash if you come and fight him, since you beat your mom. He was lied on 31 years ago while both of them were 16. And there's proof. That's why they couldn't get money they desperately needed and sued for. Now you, on the other hand, you were beating your mother and you're an adult. Bigfoot has a brand new weird case as an adult. Jay-Z, he's dodging paternity tests that could prove he fucked a teen as an adult. Wow, this is crazy. Desiree Perez beating her daughter and calling her black son-in-law a Niger with the hard R as an adult, falsely had her own daughter institutionalized as an adult. Lied and said her own child was on drugs as an adult. By the way, this tweet is alleged and all for entertainment purposes only. As a matter of fact, let me go call President Trump and ask for a pardon like Desiree Perez did. Next, I'll get into the casino stuff. So Nicki is into the full storytelling and says, Des Bryant, booty hole allegedly leaks as an adult. Should I start my own story times now? Okay. Then, did Des say anything back? Oh, maybe not. Okay, so we gotta. Des says, I'm not trying to hear all the victim shit. She came at me. I wish her well and give her respect. I'll stand up for myself whenever Jerry spoke of my name. I never mentioned her or Rock Nation. She decided to ride that wave. Fuck all that. I'm about to tell Cardi B on her. Okay. And then now, then Nicki posts this. Hey, it's Dad. Dad isn't Granddad? Oh, wow. Hi, I missed you. No, it's Baghdad, you fucking coon. You bombed with that 31-year-old T you were supposed to gag. Now they know your recent T, you dumb fuck. Or should I say your recent CTE, laughing my ass off. Okay, I don't know. Okay, Nicki's. Okay. Nicki then tweets something out. Desiree Rock Nation attempt to hold. Okay, about their Desiree's daughter. It says, this is me looking the smartest, richest, most talented, prettiest, and most influential, intuitive, intimidating, blessed, and highly favored, and most genuine child of God. Fix it, Jesus. Then she responds, okay, so we're here now. My bad. Fuck. Okay. That might be the end of it, I think. Okay. Exhausting, to say the least. Here's the reality of it. No matter how much, and I've said at times I feel like Nicki is losing the plot. The Rock Nation stuff I've seen firsthand, and I think she got a point there. I think Nicki has to realize, Nicki, not everybody understands what you've been through or understands your plight against Rock Nation. You lose people when you start attacking others. For example, when you start attacking Des Bryant, and Des Bryant wasn't against you. All he was saying is that it seems he got some issues with Jerry Jones, but you were co-signing Jerry Jones because Jerry Jones spoke out against Rock Nation and Jay-Z. You come off a little bit unhinged when you're not focused at your target. You going against Des Bryant. I don't think Des Bryant is an agent for Rock Nation. I think he has his own issues with whoever, not Rock Nation. But you can't just blame everybody or act like everybody's against you on some Matrix shit, like everybody's just in some world just trying to make sure you lose. And that's where people are looking at you and they're going to call you unhinged. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think Nicki got a point to some of these stuff. But it's not going to be seen or received well if she's so sporadic with it. And that's the problem. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't even think. Has he ever spoken about her? Now, Nicki did get on live from what I remember. Let me see. Live bites. Let me see if we can find Nicki. I don't know if she spoke about anything in particular.
Miss Nicki, leave me out.
And I do have some sympathy for Des Bryant because I don't think he wanted to get into it with Nicki Minaj. Them barbs are terrible.
If your mother was already abused, why would you grow up to beat her as a man? Starting to look like some of you men who didn't have a father in the home want other people to not have a father in their home. It's starting to look like some of you men whose daddy and granddaddy is the same man has been projecting his anger in relations to women being abused all over the internet. Because psychologically, he's defending his father. If a man can say, after finding out his mama slash sister was raped by his daddy slash granddad, that he forgives both of them, what do you mean both of them? What did she? If your mother was already abused, do. So is that why you've been beating her? Because you are taking out what he did on your mother, who was a child, you dumb bitch.
Whoa.
Just like my husband was a child, you dumb bitch, you cursed bitch. You not being in the NFL anymore, it's I don't, I don't know anything about this. This man was tweeting about me 5 years ago with another woman beater, or about another woman beater. So you see, these men tend to take out the problems on the women. Men like that, whose fathers failed them, they are hurting that they did not have their dad. They have.
All right, let me cut this here, man. Yo, Nicki, let me again. We ain't cool. Like I've never been one of the enemy of my enemies, my friend. Shit, I see you rocking out on Rock Nation. I think they're significantly powerful, and I think people duck that fade. Shit, I've ducked that fade my damn self because I don't want it. And you seem like you want to take it up, so I'm watching you, and I'm low key rooting for you. But I do want to say this, and Nicki Minaj, I'm going to say this with all due respect. Don't forget the plot, okay? I don't know what you're going through or whatever your purview is, but let me say this. The idea and what you're saying about Rock Nation, I actually believe personally. I think that they got some shit going on. They've suppressed people's. They've done a lot of shady shit behind the scenes. I'm with you with that. But Nicki, don't be unhinged. We don't give a fuck about Des Bryant. Okay? Stay focused. We don't care about Des Bryant. We don't care about Draw a Freckle on Scissor. We don't care about those people. You're starting to come across to people who could believe you outside of your audience as slightly unhinged. And I know you probably don't give a fuck because you have so many barbs. It doesn't matter if an academics or anybody else gives a fuck or believes or is with you on what you're saying. But stick to the goal. You're saying that these people have wronged you. They're doing weird, shady shit. When you just randomly go on, like, we don't give a fuck about Des Bryant enough to go figure out what he did to his mom, with respectfully, or what he did or didn't do to whoever else. You're coming off a little bit unhinged, baby girl. Okay? And I know you're upset, but you need to rein it in. I do believe Rock Nation is like the evil empire in the music business. I do believe that what they represent and their tactics to try to, take over this industry has always been shady and really been kind of nasty. But you, my girl, you, my queen, and I'll call you the queen because you're the queen of rap. This is not a good look, girl. Like, you're going from making sense to now people are like, what auntie on? Just chill out a bit.
Associated do. So is that why you've been beating her? Because you are taking out what he did on your mother, who was a child, you dumb bitch. Just like my husband was a child, you dumb bitch, you cursed bitch. You not being in the NFL anymore, it's I don't know anything about this man. Shame to their dads. So when they see a dad that's living in a home married with his wife, I guess, maybe that's a trigger. Shame to their dads.
Okay. Nicki, here's another thing. And this is unsolicited advice. You don't got to take it. I think the way you're attacking certain people, they're always going to use your husband and your brother against you. Your brother's been convicted and is serving time for some really heinous things. Your husband, whether you have an explanation that he was a child and blah, 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 da, 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 he is being forced to register by the government as a sex offender. Okay? If your lifelong mission is to fight that, Go fight that. But every time you attack someone and you get super personal, they're always going to bring up those things about the people you love. And then we get into this weird thing where we're now listening to you defend, for example, your husband. Not saying you shouldn't, but you're defending him. And I'm going to be honest with you, that's not the thing I think most people want to latch behind. Nicki, the idea that you've exposed the industry and that people like Jay-Z and other people, they have used, the game and other people to, other people high in the game to control other people, we believe that. But when you start having to explain, when you try to connect all of that, the cabal and all this Illuminati shit and Jay-Z is evil and he got a kid, cool. Well, when you try to connect that to your husband catching a charge whenever, we're like, yeah, I think we lost the plot. And that's all I'm telling her. I think we lost the plot a bit.
If your mother was shame to their dads. So when they see a dad that's living in a home married with his wife, I guess, maybe that's a trigger. Shame to their dads. So when they see a dad that's
okay. So again, I'm just gonna say to Nicki, please, Nicki, please, 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 don't bring up your husband or whatever in the plight you got going on. I can't tell you what to do, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Nobody's gonna ride continually for your husband besides the Barbs. And I do think, even though she has some good points about Roc Nation, she's starting to become like, we're like, your auntie good? You sure? She took her meds? And that's not a good thing, okay? Somebody has to tell you that, Nicki. Somebody has to tell you that. Because I think the Barbs will go down whatever path you bring them on, but somebody has to tell you exactly. All right.